Well, one of the things that concerns me at present is it seems like we have a growing subset of the African female community, the sisters, who are man haters, who have been physically abused, verbally abused, sexually abused by men, hurt. And many of them are lashing out on any man they can find. There's a growing energy out there that's very self-destructive, that a lot of sisters are being influenced to join, that has reduced men to nothing more, the black man to nothing more than a useless criminal who exists to hurt women. It's dangerous because a lot of the women who belong to this type of energy have daughters who they're raising to hate black men. The black feminist movement grew out of the white feminist movement, which had nothing to do with the needs of black women, but it was about a war between the white woman and the oppression she was receiving from her man. Had nothing to do with any oppression that black women were receiving from black men, because black men have never really been in a position to oppress black women except domestically as it relates to abuse and violence, which is serious. But economically, we have no control over the black woman. Educationally, we have no control over the black woman. Militaristically, we have no control over the black woman. But the white women's lib movement used black women to bring in the numbers. See, we always get used by white liberals to increase their numbers, which gives them more power and leverage to fight for what they want. White women can't stand black women, but they will use them. And they did just that. Many of our sisters are still taking a page out of the white woman's book and attempting to use it against the black man. See, there's black feminism, which is all about hating black men, but then there's black womanism. Black womanists don't hate black men. They love them because they recognize that they're nothing without us and we're nothing without them. So a black womanist can affirm her femininity and not destroy a black man. Black feminists can't do that. The black feminist movement is a very Eurocentric, black man-hating energy. The black womanist movement is a positive, African-centered, feminine, uplifting energy. That I can approve of. See, one thing we got to understand about black women, they've been victimized by their own power. Black women are not allowed to admit that they're vulnerable. They're not allowed to admit they hurt. They're not allowed to admit I need help raising my children. They're not allowed to admit that I need a man in my life. Everybody else can. Chinese women can say I want a man. White women can say I need help raising my children. Okay? Asian, Arab women, they can say I'm hurting and I'm vulnerable. Because being a woman doesn't mean that you have to be weak. But at the same time, it does allow you to show your feminism. Black women ain't allowed. Black women have been socialized that they have to act like men. They got to be just as tough as the black men. They can't admit they hurt. They can't admit they sad. They can't admit that they want a man. They have to always look tough and invulnerable under all circumstances. And as a result of that, a lot of our women are suffering in silence. Chemical abuse, alcoholism, overeating, overshopping, loneliness, because they feel to admit that I'm vulnerable, to show black femininity, is to sell out the black female struggle. It's to sell out the black, strong black woman myth. And so as a result of that, too many sisters are suffering because they're afraid to admit that they hurt because they think other women will see them as weak. Very big problem we have.